We ran out of music. It's been a long time. All right. We're here. We're live. Kind of. All right, folks. What is it? January 12th, 8 o'clock, 8:04. Welcome. Cool Crap We Love, which is episode number 47, which is actually number 46. But there's a problem between 45, 46, 47. So this is 47, but it's going to go up on YouTube as 46 with the millions of people that are actually watching this. So no one will pick it up or no, I'm sure. Anyway, Happy New Year to everybody. I just want to let you know what I got for Christmas. Fat. So let's bring on our co-host. This is a weird thing because everything has changed. The technology has changed since last year. We've taken off a couple months, come back, and there's all new things, and not sure how it's all working. And I'm sorry to say I don't have my bearings on it all, but we're working on it. So let me bring on our co-host, the man that you know and love to hate, Mr. Walt Poops a lot, and he's coming up here right now. Come on in, Walt, and say hello. There you are.
Hey, guess what? There's no music. There you go. Boy, you're rusty. Let me tell you something. I got the same thing. I got the same thing for you for Christmas. I got the same thing.
Yeah,
my face buries into my face.
And I saw you last week, and I even quoted it. You said to me, both of us looked at each other and say, "Hey, Mary, what the hell happened?" Right?
My
We're
God,
both getting a little bit large.
Two sumo wrestlers.
My wife asked me if she could borrow my bra today. That's how bad things are getting.
That's how bad things got.
Things are getting really bad. This is interesting because we haven't been here in like a couple of months already.
Yeah. A lot of people were missing us. I'm in ShopRite, and people were just walking up to me saying, "Hey,
stop eating. Hey, stop
where's
eating.
your mask? Where's your mask?"
Yeah.
Now let me ask you something. And this happens all the time to me here. And you just reminded me of it. Does your wife like her bra cups? Are they like on the floor in the bedroom?
Is that what you're asking me?
I'm asking you, Mike. All of a sudden, like there's bra cups on my floor.
Bra cups?
The cups, like the padding inside the bra.
Oh, there's padding in there. I didn't know you had padding in there. I don't need any padding.
It's been a long time for you, huh?
It's been a long time for everything.
Are
you kidding me? And you met me the other day. I have I dropped a speaker and broke my toe last Friday.
I know. You cried like a bitch all this week.
I'm throbbing and in the wrong place.
Yes. So. Right, your foot throbbing. There's nothing you can do. You know what you do? You know what I say do? Put 2 popsicle sticks on it and put 2 popsicle sticks in the other place.
Yeah, and then you could always open up and say, "Look, it's brand new, out of the box."
Look at that.
The old joke.
On the crate.
Yeah, out of the crate. Yeah. So we came up with this really strange idea to do this tonight. Why? I don't know. It's a strange idea. And by the way, there's a lot of people.
We had fun with the now and then the last time, so that was a lot of fun. And then we threw in we sprinkled in a little Deadpool. You know, we didn't want to call it a Deadpool, but we figured who we think is going to be passing away. We lost a lot of good people just recently, right?
Actually, to come to think of it, when I was thinking about who did die, and I looked up who we lost in 2021 already. There's a lot of people. A lot of people, especially, and we all know just recently. Great comedian.
Betty White. Betty White would have been on my Deadpool.
Yeah, Betty White would have been on the Deadpool. Yeah,
she would have been on. Sidney Poitier would have probably been on everybody's Deadpool.
As I think Shatner's wife died in the pool.
Who was
back in the day? No, I was thinking we lost a great comedian from
Bob Saget.
Bob Saget. How many just days ago?
Yeah, and you used to I didn't even notice it today, but you used to put a picture up with Bob Saget in the beginning of it.
A couple of times. He was great. And by the way, love dirty jokes. The dirtier the better. Nasty humor. And you can't like anyone who loves dirty jokes. You can't not like. I mean, funny guy. Funny.
John Pesci told a lot of dirty jokes to like 90-year-old women last Friday.
Actually,
my mother being one of them.
That was your mother. That was your mother.
That was my mother right in the front row there.
Yeah, and she had a good time. They were all fun, though. They were all a lot of. We did a lot of dirty jokes. Yeah,
a lot.
I even did the nasty Christmas tree joke with which I never do.
What was it? And he wanted more.
Yeah, they were wonderful. They were actually a lot of fun. As a matter of fact, I meant to tell you, a few people messaged me on Facebook Messenger and said, "Hey, thank you. That was so much fun." All that kind of stuff. So,
three people died from that show from heart attacks when they got home.
Yeah. And that's another thing. Speaking of Deadpool, with my broken foot, I could be the next. I could be dying on stage here. Between that
You know,
cancel culture and a broken toe, we're
I
in bad
should have.
shape.
You know what? As a joke, I should have brought a picture of you up.
Well, if you want pictures of me, I have them as a baby.
Oh, that
Remember
is
that
really
we did the
cute.
show with the kids, and I have yours here too. Here's the little demon boy.
There it is, little ring bearer. But yeah,
Uh,
so we figured we were fat, and at one point we were skinny. So we want to make fun of the celebrities
that guy.
that have probably been on Epstein Island. So let's bring them up. Let's bring up what they look like then and what
All
they
right.
look like now.
I'm going to bring up your brand first, then, because you gave me a bunch of before and after. I have my own. We have enough
Yeah,
to do. We have enough to do hours of this material, even though
and
we
we
only
made
have
it.
an hour.
We just may cut this into
Well,
2 shows.
perhaps. And
We'll
by the way,
start again at 9 o'clock.
just want to let you know, there's a bunch of people. We have like lots of people watching this right now live, and they're Rick C. and Daniel Miller and Michael Pietranico, and everyone's saying hello, welcome
Oh, Mike
back. Casey, we love
Petronico. I
you.
went to school with Mike Petronico.
Hmm?
I went to school with Mike Petronico.
He's telling welcome back, and he's saying hello, and
How you doing,
Rick,
Mikey?
and people are saying hello in the chat there. So before we even get to that, we have several comments. So here's the first one that you brought up, before and afters. This is, by the way, it's only fair if we show us before and after. I mean, if you looked at either of us maybe in 1980,
Right.
we're young, maybe good looking guys or whatever, and then you start what happens is as you get old, you start to expand.
You do.
You don't expand in your crotch, you expand everywhere but there. Everything else
Yeah.
starts, what shrinks is your hair and your penis, and your
Men.
body grows.
Men expand in their belly, and women expand in their thighs and their ass.
Yeah, yeah. And by the way, women, it's different though for women, because women are like peaches. They're a peach is a beautiful. That was kind of really gross, by the way. I mean peaches in the sense that it's a beautiful piece of fruit, but they age quickly, and
Yes.
they try to hold on. They try to hold
If you
on.
don't eat it, it goes bad. That's what you're trying to say. You got COVID? If you have COVID, end this broadcast.
No, I'm totally clean. I was ill over the holidays, and I had the stuff. I still have the remnants still dissipating out of me, if you will.
All right.
Anyway, first one coming up is whom?
Now, I loved Sally Struthers on All in the Family, and when she used to do that little fake cry when her father would yell at her, it was so cute. And even in
funny
that
part,
little
though-
Scottish outfit with the yellow shirt there, she looks adorable.
She was adorable. The funny
Yeah.
part is, after the series, she went on doing television commercials for Save the Children to give
Save
them
the
food.
children.
And I have a feeling all those donations were going into her refrigerator, because she had
Save
an
us
ice cream thing
Winky.
like Pelosi. I mean, she did get really big, and it's a shame too, because she is a beautiful woman. But we all have these
Somewhere in there is that Sally Struthers.
looking to eat meathead. She ate meathead.
But yes, that is what happens to people as they get older, right there, Sally Struthers.
Now you gave me that one, and you gave me this one,
Yeah, that's Goldie Hawn.
America's Sweetheart.
Yeah, sock it to
right.
me, baby. And look at
Mhm.
that. Look at that. She was beautiful back then. And now
Well, I guess
she
if you
looks like the crypt keeper.
you clean her up,
Do a little makeup. But you know what? Somebody's got Kurt Russell sees that.
Mhm.
He sees that.
What
So
we're doing-
somebody is seeing it.
What we're doing is kind of evil, isn't it?
It's a little.
what we're
It's a
doing, we're
little.
going to go to hell for. I mean, people are like, how could you do that? How could you?
That's
do
all
that?"
right. Hey, listen. Money cures everything. They got all the money. So let us have some fun here.
Okay. By the way, I'm getting saying hello at Jan Brenner. Greetings from Arizona. Hello, Jan. Daniel Miller says hello. And
Montreal up in Canada.
Leland. Hi, Leland. Hi, John.
Leland, you know what I need you to do? Show up on my TikTok videos a little more often.
Leland shows up on TikTok?
That's the ventriloquist, right?
No.
Oh,
No.
who's the little ventriloquist that makes the puppets for Rumble?
That's Boy Landon.
Oh, Landon. All right,
Boy
Leland. I'm
Landon.
sorry, man. I mixed up with
You got
Boy
the long-
Landon.
Leland is the brilliant evil genius of the computers. So just all right. Let me throw up another one of these real quick too. This is because I got so many of these. I want to get through these. But
Yeah, let's bang them out.
bang them out is right. You don't want to bang this out.
No, that's the other one. That's Meathead.
Mm-hmm.
Now he was a young guy back then, hair, was a '70s porn mustache, and look at him now. He
Yeah,
won't
I
even
know.
open his eyes. He
It's
can't
like
even look at himself.
you look at that and it's like, can you make me look like a '70s porn star right now? And that's it. That is the
That's the
look, man.
picture right there.
Oh my
Right?
goodness. Now here's another the famous 1974
Mark
Mark
Hamill.
Hamill.
No, '77. That was Star Wars.
77 when Star Wars came out.
Now look at him.
Look at him.
Now, now look at him. Back then, heartthrob in
Yeah.
space. Now, decrepit old man and probably on Epstein Island.
I heard he's going to be in a new it's a Star Wars 7. It's called Mark Hamill Gets a Hip. Is that the new show that he's in?
Well, here's a little tidbit on Mark Hamill. You probably knew this is that he is actually the voice of the Joker in the Batman cartoons.
No, I did not. I did not know that useless
Yes.
piece of information. That's interesting. No, I didn't know
He's
that.
the Joker.
Okay, coming up here
The
now.
Mark
Here's
Hamill.
somebody I don't really was never a big fan of, but a lot of people are.
You know what? Screw her and her liberal attitude.
Well, she
Look
was
at how
known as-
beautiful she was.
She used to be funny girl. Now she's chubby girl.
Oh, she used to be, oh man, and now you're like, oh my God, it's coming towards me.
I don't like making fun of people that from before and after because I know myself too. I've gotten old. The hair is getting old. The chins again. It's like it's really nasty. It's like
Show a
but
picture. Somebody bring up a picture. If Barbara Streisand wants to make fun of us too, go ahead.
go ahead. All right.
What do I care?
All right. Now here. Why are we laughing so hard?
He went from 007 to 0014.
He went from 007 to Triple X. That's really funny. All right.
Pierce
Actually, I'm having a
Brosnan.
good time with that. That's pretty funny. Really funny. All right. Now this is a nightmare. This is a real nightmare.
Oh my God.
Oh.
Mickey Rourke, a heartthrob back then, the Pope of Greenwich Village.
Never mind the Pope. What was the one he did with that beautiful girl where he ties her up and puts the
Oh yeah, 9.5 weeks.
9.5 weeks? Now every woman in the world after that was like creaming their jeans for this guy.
For this guy.
And the people
Charlie,
that end up
they
with
took
them.
my thumb. And now he looks like the lesbian that lives next door.
Dude, he looks like an Etch-a-Sketch. Like he just he looks
It
like
looks
a fidget from 1960. The fidget that he just moved him around.
You know what it looks like? It looks like when a candle burns and the wax falls down the side.
Yeah,
That's what it looks like.
creepy, right? Creepy.
Really, really bad. I mean, how does this guy even think? Like at this point, you just say, you know what? I'm not staying around anymore.
It's like I don't know. It is frightening. And by the way, that's a good picture. There's other ones that are even worse. When he went into the wrestling movie, wasn't even a wrestling movie. He played the wrestler.
Yeah, he was the wrestler. That was the name of the movie, the wrestler.
Okay, and then let's see. Let's pop who you Oh yeah. Oh boy, it's just a sin. Okay. Wow.
She was in a league of her own. now she is the field of dreams.
She's in a ring of her own.
What happened there?
Yeah. What I mean, I've been eating ice cream for the last 3 nights in a row. I'm not eating any ice cream tonight. I swear I'm off the ice
This
cream.
is helping. This is helping
this is actually helping me. Yeah.
with people's New Year's resolutions.
I've
You
been
could
doing a
literally
pint
take
tonight. I'm off.
you
I'm
could
off
take-
the pint tonight.
You could take 2 of those Gina Davises on the left and put them into the right.
Yeah, I'm looking at her like, what did she do? Eat that young lady?
She was a beautiful, beautiful girl. And I'm sure deep down inside, somebody thinks that she's beautiful in that other right side picture.
Yeah, right. Well,
Right. But,
yeah.
That just shows you that it doesn't matter how much money you have.
She's in Sweating to the Hoagies in the new version. Now, here's another one that, oh boy. So
It's not horrible, but it just shows you that Jeannie, who I used to sit there and watch and just dream that I was the only guy in the bottle with her. Now look at her.
It's funny you mention that because as a kid watching I Dream of Jeannie, by the way, she is 90 years old right now, Barbara Eden.
I asked her to come on the show, so to me, she's dead.
Yeah. But meanwhile, she lived in a bottle, and as a teenager, she pushed me to the bottle of hand lotion. If you remember. I
Can you
remember.
imagine? Like every kid wanted a bottle to have a room like that where you could just hang out, right? And
Uh,
just dream of Jeannie.
okay, here is.
Well, you know why I put this picture on here?
He
Is
looks
James?
good.
Is
Black
that's
don't
James
crack.
Earl Jones?
Black don't crack, and he looks good.
Is that James Earl Jones or Harry Belafonte?
I don't know. You gave it to me. Whoever it is, he looks good.
You know what? I thought it was James Earl Jones, but now I'm looking at it. And I don't know if it is
I think you're right. I think it is Belafonte.
Harry Belafonte. But look at how really good looking. He's not a bad looking guy now, but
Well,
look at what age does to you. It changes you from black and white to color.
Yeah, he looks good though. I'm
Yeah,
actually.
he's not bad, but that's one of the good ones, a good age. But I thought it was James Earl Jones because I
I
thought he was
mean, one of the good
good
ones. One
looking
of the
younger guy.
good looking people. Yeah.
Yeah, good looking younger guy.
Racist there for a minute. Oh my goodness! Whoa!
Right. Look at this one.
Oh,
This guy's face. This is Bob Newhart. Bob Newhart went from a number 0 head to a number 8 head.
he's so concaved and pulled in. He literally looks like he's like the crypt keeper.
Yes,
Oh
that
my
is
goodness! Wow.
that is really bad. At that
And
point, don't you just throw yourself in front of a train?
throw yourself, you'd be blown into the train with the air. The wind would blow you to the train.
That
But,
is
but
just
this is rough. Age is rough, man. This is rough. Maybe that's why they say die fast, die pretty. Die young. I mean, maybe
look
it's
at all these
sometimes.
guys. They're all skinny. They're all famished. They're all emaciated. And us, look at it. We're living large.
That's right. We should be embracing
We should
this
be.
fact.
I don't want this like this.
Embrace the
I want
fact.
my face like this.
All right. Who is this?
Oh my God. I looked at this. This is the mother, Estelle Harris. He played
From what?
George Costanza's mother
Oh, okay.
from Seinfeld. I brought this up because look at how white her face is.
Well, vampires are running vapidly all around Florida.
What is that? That's what Estelle Harris looks like now.
She's looking to become a bottle of whiteout. And that's the top of the piece.
ever since what Michael Nesmith died, somebody's got to pick it up.
There you go. All right. Now you gave me this one. Now, this guy's been around a long, long time. I mean,
yeah, but look at him.
Yeah.
That's do we gotta look for? First of all, I never looked that good.
Me neither.
And I'm talking about the left. I never looked that good.
Right.
And I never want to look that bad.
Well, you're not going to have to worry about either of those statements, so you're fine. All right, Dr. Ruth.
Look at that, huh? She went from the psychiatrist to talk about sex to the little Mrs. Beasley doll on Family Affair.
Yeah, and the funny part is, once again, we all want to get advice, sexual advice, from an old Jewish woman.
Yes, yes,
the
that right there.
Yeah,
you know what I like? Yeah, imagine that. I never even thought of that. She's giving me advice, and I wouldn't go near her with yours.
And she says she has sex to this day all the time, and I'm like, wow, that's interesting. That's a bad visual. Now,
well, her husband must be blind.
This is look at that.
That's bad.
And by the way, this is kind of interesting too, because Tina Louise is oh God, she's the last living living person on the cast. Am I right?
Yeah, the last living member of Dawn Wells just recently passed away, like last year. So she is the last living member of Gilligan's Island.
Yes.
And when they put that picture of her up,
this one, yeah,
the one on the right, not the one on the left, the one on the left, but the one on the right, she actually was making a comment about she still wants to date people online.
Well, I would imagine she should date Clint Eastwood. They could both go to a pottery class, and she could go ahead, bake my clay.
Make my clay. At this point, don't you just say, you know what, it's time.
Yeah, I don't know.
You know what?
You gave me one last minute one here too. You gave me Demi Moore, Demi Moore I thought was really beautiful. What the hell? This is like alienish. What's going on there?
She's not even like I could do that. She's not even doing that. That's her face. It almost looks like she has like one of those air hoses on her face.
What she's saying is, come back to me, Kutcher. Come back. Look at these lips.
Right? Look at what you did to me, Bruce. Look at what you did.
Wow. Wow.
Yeah,
And
that's bad.
she was beautiful when she did the stripper movie. She was on Letterman and all
Oh,
that back in the day.
striptease. That was awesome, man.
Hot.
She
Hot as
showed
hell.
her boobies, everything.
Yeah. Hot as hell. Now, those are the ones that you gave me. I have my own brands here really quick. I have people before and afters too. I'll give you a real couple quick. Let's see. Here we go. Billy Crystal.
All right. Billy Crystal with his soap shirt on and not a lot of real estate on his forehead. And now he does.
No. Boy George.
Boy George, we brought up the last time. He didn't, he looked a little kooky back then, but now he looks like just a complete. I wouldn't even know that was him. If he sat next to me in the movies, I wouldn't even know that was him.
Oh, well, when he grabbed your crotch, you'd know. And then
I
what about
probably would know that.
this guy passed, I believe, right?
He did. Tom Bosley. See, he didn't age well.
No. Brendan Fraser.
Bad. I brought him up the last time.
Did you?
And yeah, he does not look good. He was in a movie where he was, I forgot what it was. He was the guy on the right, and I didn't even know it was Brendan Fraser until the end of the movie. But he was like killing people and collecting their benefits at the old person's home, but he was burying them in the back. So he would have them there when the old person died. He would bury them and then keep collecting their checks from Social Security, and then he got caught because somebody wanted to go see him, see the parents, and he wouldn't let them in, and he just kept putting them off. I forgot what movie that was.
How about Bridget Bardot?
Bridget, look at her on the left.
Yeah, gorgeous.
Some people you just don't want to give up loving from back then.
Now, here's something 80s, 90s.
Britney Spears. All right, not horrible.
No, she looks good. I mean, she's okay. She's an aged woman. She's had children. She's eaten a lot of bad food and drugs. And
yeah. I mean, did you show her crotch one time? She showed her crotch one time.
Yeah. She
broke away from her daddy, her family.
Now, here I have a prediction. Here's somebody that I not in the Deadpool. Well, there is something in Deadpool. There you go.
Well, we don't.
Now, I predict that he won't be dead, but a piece of him will be gone in 2022 for sure, if it isn't already.
You know what he should do, and I would love to see this, and I would actually follow this, is if Caitlyn Jenner could try to become a man, go back to being a man.
Caitlyn should change his first name to Transgender.
Transgender.
Yeah, perfect.
Right. I mean, I listen. When he first had it and he was on the Vanity Fair cover, or she was on there, she wasn't bad looking.
Well, good for you. Enjoy. I'm not going that way. I'm not going that route ever. This is. But by the way,
I know it's tough.
Didn't he run for governor of California or something for a while there?
Yeah, he was, or she was. Listen, things are tough, but they're not that tough right now.
Well, apparently not. It depends which one is a better looking guy, him or the current governor. Hey, by the way, I was looking at this picture. This is kind of weird. This is like, if Donald Trump maybe had a son with Rosie O'Donnell.
Oh my God. That, you know what? It's both bad pictures, and that's Carrot Top, who's got a long running prop show out in Vegas.
Is he still out there?
I think he's still out there, but he's synonymous. Carrot Top is synonymous with Vegas, just like Wayne Newton is synonymous with Vegas.
That's not a bad place to be. I would love to have that gig. That's a great gig. You get paid big money. You work 6 nights a week. You're off all day. You go to the pool, take the sun, work out. He was in great shape for a while. I remember him physically in great shape.
Yeah, but he's some bad surgery. Oh my God. Good looking guy, and look at him now.
Mm-hmm. And by the way, here's my Demi Moore picture too.
The same one.
No, but the one on the left is different.
Yeah, the one on the left is even hotter than the one I gave you, because
yes, it is
a little bit more in our range that we might be able to get her and talk her into some bad choices.
It's not happening. But, and speaking of dirty, nasty girls,
That is, what's that? Cause she's dead too, isn't she?
Not that I know of.
Courtney Love. I think
Yeah.
she's dead.
Did she die?
Yeah, I think she's dead. But bring that picture back up again. Look at what makeup does.
It's more than makeup. I don't know what happened there. She
I mean,
heavy drugs.
look at
She
that.
did heavy drugs.
That is horrible. Just again, Courtney Love. If the Courtney Love on the left was next to me in ShopRite, I would know that was her. If that other one was next to me, I don't think I would know that was her.
I'd be like, "You're looking for the cigarette aisle? It's right over there."
You crack whore.
Look at this.
That is, what's her name? Donatella Versace.
Donatella Versace.
I mean, again, like,
what
at that
it
point,
went from a person to an alien.
doesn't she look in the mirror and say, "Okay, how do I fix this?"
I think she's got to look in the mirror and say, "How do I get fresh blood from you?"
Yeah, but how do you fix that? Like Michael Jackson, he got so much surgery. Like, how does he fix going back? Like, don't you sit there and regret, like, oh my God, I've done so much. I effed this up. I want to go back. There's Goldie Hawn again.
Yeah,
so, she looked better in that picture than the picture I gave you.
Happy Days.
I'm not talking to Donnie Most.
Oh yeah, I know we had a problem with that. Okay,
Donnie Most don't want to do it. That's the Fonz.
He's on the death list. He's on the death list.
You think so? You put him on your. This is your death pool?
No, it's not my death pool, but
that's bad right there.
I think Ron Howard's daughter is gorgeous, though. The redhead. I watched her on.
Who is she?
Black Mirror. She was beautiful, and she gained a lot of weight herself, in and out too. I forget her name now.
Something Howard. Mo.
Yeah, something Howard. Beautiful girl. Iggy.
Who is that?
Iggy Pop.
Oh, I wouldn't have known that. Either one.
Jack Nicholson.
Yeah, he was a kooky guy back then, scary looking guy, and even now he's a scary fat looking guy.
Jamie Lee Curtis.
Have you ever proved that rumor about her?
They say it's true. She's a hermaphrodite.
Is it really? I mean,
listen, I know a hermaphrodite when I see them.
She's not really doing anything. I would have a pay-per-view and show it.
I don't want to see an old hermaphrodite. I mean, I'd be interested maybe in a younger one, but not an old one.
Because she's not bad looking there. She's well kept.
Go F yourself. Okay.
I mean, she could.
Here we go. Janice Dickinson.
I saw a couple pictures of her. I didn't know who she was, but she really looks really bad on the right there.
She's like, he divorced me, but I'll get even.
Yeah, that's one that cuts it off and throws it out on the road. It's Lorena Bobbitt all over again.
Joan Van Ark.
I mean, these people, what are they doing?
I don't know. Jim Carrey.
All right, Carrey's another one. All those you know what happened? All those faces he made as a comedian caught up to him. They all say, remember when your mother said, you keep making that face, it's going to stay like that?
It's going to stay like that.
That's what happened to Jim Carrey.
And also, I must be guilty too, because my mom kept saying, don't go near the television. You used to look at the little dots on the television. You're going to go blind. Now, here's a woman that got the most plastic surgery than anyone.
Who is that?
Her name, I think, is Jocelyn Weil.
Jocelyn.
Wildenstein or Wildenstein, something like that.
Now, that almost looks like a kabuki mask that was put on her.
That's very funny, actually, kabuki man. I mean, that you could go say trick or treat door to door like that. You could. Yeah, absolutely.
That is, at that point, you can't do anything. It's not like the canvas can be erased and you start looking like that girl on the left again.
That would be a perfect example of somebody that went trick-or-treating and did get the apple with the razor blade because she looks like she ate them. That's really screwed up. And she was a normal-looking person, just went banana. Now, all right, here's Kate Moss.
Kate Moss, quick. She looks like a drug addict there.
Johnny Depp.
He wants to kill the president. I get it.
Kathleen
Turner. Fanny Felcher. That's Fanny. What's her name?
Kathleen Turner.
Kathleen Turner. She's a hot piece way back in the Romancing the Stone movies.
Hey, by the way, that won't get you any cancel culture. Hot piece.
Hot piece of Happiness,
Here's a hot
hot
piece.
piece of happiness. Now she's Fanny Felcher.
Okay. Here's a guy who's taken so many drugs and drank and partied.
Yes, that's you know what that's called? Pickled.
He looks like he should be part of the cast of Lord of the Rings.
Yes, he looks like what's that, Gollum?
Oh yeah, right. Look at that.
He
It's
does look like him with like a headband on.
creepy, man. And look, he used to be that kid.
Yeah, at one point. Now he's got to look at that and say, "What happened?"
We are so judgmental.
I
Kelly
am.
McGillis,
Oh,
80s hot chick. Which,
now
by the
she
way, I
looks
think
like
is
a
more
gym
politically
teacher.
correct than what you said. Kate,
Now she looks like a gym teacher.
yeah, lesbian gym teacher.
I didn't say that. I
I
said
know you
gym
didn't say that. My bad. Here's another one that every guy in the world was like, "Oh man, she's so hot."
Kelly LeBrock.
Yeah, Kelly LeBrock.
Kelly LeBrock was married to what was his name? Steven Seagal.
Very right.
Steven
Right.
Seagal, and she was in that movie Weird Science. That's when she was at her hottest.
Too
Way
correct.
back when.
Kirstie Alley.
Loved her. Loved her.
Loved it too. And you know
Loved
something?
her.
Even though she doesn't look great anymore, I follow her on Twitter and I like her.
Well, she's a big Trump girl. She's a
not
big
just because
Republican.
I just like that she's got a pair and she says what she wants and she doesn't.
Yeah,
let
and
people
I
get
like
over
that
her.
too.
Whether you
I
like
do
it,
like that.
no matter what your politics are, that lady's out there and she's putting herself. She don't care. I kind of give her credit. She's
Just so people know, she's very she has the same ideology as Donald Trump does, which a lot of people don't know. Donald Trump is coming on the program today. We did get him to
I
come
see
on.
him here in the wings. He's kind of here, but you know, Donald had some issues that people were actually trying to take him down, and he had to change his look.
Yeah, a lot of people were going. That's what happens when you're a president. And he was hated really much. He had to go through a whole reconstructive. That's why we're doing this.
You know,
Is
maybe I
that's
should
the
bring
key.
Donald on and let him
Bring
comment.
Donald on,
Yeah. Okay.
and then we'll go through it with Donald.
Yeah, I have a couple here with Donald. We haven't even gotten to the Deadpool yet.
Yeah, we're gonna do it with Donald.
Welcome to Donald with his new look. There he is.
It's so great to be with both of you guys. What a fantastic show. The best show anybody's ever seen.
Now, Donald, thank you so much for coming on the show. It would have been nice if you put a little light on yourself. That would have been great.
The lighting was great until right before I came on. I don't know what's happening with the lighting. I can get up. I have to get up to change it because nobody said, no, could you change the light? Okay, change the light. They're going to change the lights.
I have to tell you, his new surgery has made him look like a regular person, like out.
Yeah,
I
would never notice him.
Yeah, he's not going to get shot that easily. No, he looks good.
Well, it's me. I stole the mouse pad from the White House. They're not getting it back. They're not getting it back.
Well, Donald, he certainly has gone from young to old himself. And I have a few people here besides Kirstie. How about you? What do you think of this person, Donald?
Oh, my God.
LaToya.
Total disaster.
That's exactly what I expect him to say.
Yeah.
Actually, let me move him to my side over here so I get blocked.
I keep moving. I love it. This is great. I'm going further to the left.
I'll fix that.
Now I'm on the right. Okay, this is great. I like it on the right. Yeah.
That was very quick, by the way.
Leonardo DiCaprio.
Yes.
Favorite movie.
Not enough room on the door for Leonardo.
By the way, we have to let the public know that we did not give Donald any preface to who's coming up on the show. This is all happening free time and free moment.
Yeah, no idea. No idea.
All right, Donald. Here we go. Lindsay Lohan.
That's
Mother of God. Oh, my God. What a disaster. Talk about a disaster. That's even worse than the first one.
Now,
Little Kim.
Not as terrible as the other two, but pretty bad.
Pretty bad. Face looks triangle.
Macaulay Culkin.
Well, you met him, right? You met him in the movie Home Alone 2.
In Home Alone 2, he asked me how to get someplace, and I told him, and now they cut me from the movie. Can you believe it? They cut me from the movie.
Really cut you from the movie.
Cancel culture. Unbelievable.
Here's somebody that really loves you.
Madonna. She wanted to blow up the White House. It looks like she blew up instead. She's very big.
Somebody that we brought up from before.
Mark Hamill, great Jedi, great Jedi.
I wish I could do that voice. I got a Trump up. I can't even do that voice.
Oh, the guy from Friends, Matt LeBlanc.
Mac LeBlanc. Actually, he doesn't look
Central
that
Perk.
bad. He looks pretty.
How come you never bought Central Perk?
I should have bought Central Park. I should have bought a Central Park in Trump Tower and called it because it's right by Central Park. That would have been perfect. You know what's funny? Central Park is all the way downtown. Does that make any sense? It was in Greenwich Village. Why would you put Central Park in Greenwich? You put it by Central Park. Common sense.
Good point. Good point. Good point.
Oh my
Matthew
God,
Perry.
Matthew
one.
Perry,
One of my
another
favorites.
friend, another friend.
Yeah, a lot of these people are friends. All right, so these are some of the people that we've just pulled up that the before and afters. But more importantly, if we look at who died in
Well, who is
2021,
going to die?
we had Rush Limbaugh, Tommy
Right.
Lasorda, George Schultz, Beverly Clearly, Mort Saul, Prince Philip, Cicely Tyson, Bob Barker, who's still alive, 98, actually 99, just turned 99, and Larry Flint last year died. I put Bob Barker in there.
Is Bob Barker dead or alive?
Bob Barker is my number 2 dead list for 2022.
So he's still alive.
He just celebrated December something, his 99th birthday party.
All right. All right.
Actually,
so Bob Barker
but-
is still alive.
But what heaven is going is come on up. Come on.
Come on down. You don't
Come
want to
on
hear
up.
that when you're on death's bed. Come on
I would
down.
love to get him on the show because he is a great, and a great interview too. He's really great. But I just wanted to go a few people that I think may pass away this year. For one is Ghislaine Maxwell.
Oh, she's going.
Oh, she's totally dead. I mean, she should be in Area 51. You don't think Hillary? She'll blow up the entire building to get to her. I mean, that's ridiculous. Got to put her in like a vault.
I actually was predicting that she would. I would actually. There's headlines already written for about her prediction of her death for 2022. Michael J. Fox, age 60. What do you think? That shaking's got to end at some time. It's got to stop somewhere.
That's horrible. Even that's horrible even for me. But he might go back to the future. You never know. He might save himself by going back with the DeLorean.
See, we never thought of that.
Never.
I
No,
never thought of that.
And speaking of which, we were talking about Bob Newhart before. We didn't think about that either. But that's like a free bingo square. He's waiting. We saw.
Oh,
his
yeah.
picture. Richard Simmons, 73 years old. It's been missing.
73.
Yeah, been
That's
missing.
who was sweating with the oldies. Made a lot of money on that. Yeah, I could see that. He's been playing the wrong, with the weight loss and all of that stuff. He's probably as skinny as anybody right now.
But he's been hiding for years.
Yeah, I haven't seen him in years.
Yeah.
Probably because he
Maybe
doesn't
he's
want to come on your show and look how old and fat he got. That's why he's probably scared of the show.
We'd
But
love to have him.
you guys had Chevy Chase. When did Chevy Chase become Dick Cheney?
Yeah,
I mean,
know,
that was
right?
like a metamorphosis.
Absolutely.
I also I can do a Dick Cheney impression as well. So Chevy Chase, Jane, you ignorant slut.
Yeah. By the way, Mel Brooks, 95 years old.
Dude, I have
Oh.
pictures of these guys in my thing.
Is Mel Brooks?
Yeah,
Oh, let me take a
I
look.
sent those to you. So you can
I'm-
see how bad they look. He's like 97 or 96 years old.
Love Mel Brooks.
Yeah, see?
Mel still looks pretty good. I like Mel.
Why did you put here Walt the Rock?
Because there's always one person who you don't expect to die that dies. And you're like, oh my God. So that was my guy.
Really?
Yeah, that was it. It was like somebody famous. He's up at the top of the list of the A stars. Everything he does is right. It's time.
Oh, that's Pelosi for me.
Well, Pelosi, yeah. Well, if you saw a couple more of mine, you'd see what Pelosi's an easy fish.
You got
Easy.
Val Kilmer.
Yeah, see, I think Val's going to go.
Really?
Yeah. I think he's going to go. I think he just looks like he's a heart attack away from dying.
Oh, these are pictures from your death list. Robert Redford.
Look at him.
How old is Robert Redford? I mean, I don't know.
He's got to be in his 82, 83 years old.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'll tell you a good story. I'll tell you a quick story about him. My son used to work at a place where Robert Redford went. It was a hotel, and he went in there, and my son was leaving for the night and went into the pool area to check on it before he was leaving. And Robert Redford was skinny dipping with another woman.
Get out of here.
with not another woman, a woman, and turned around, and Matt saw everything, and he goes, "Good night, Mr. Redford." He goes, "Good night, Matt," and that was he was there, but my son had no idea who he was originally. So Robert Redford asked him, "Do you know who I am?" He goes, "I don't know who you are," and then after he told him, he knew. So he couldn't even tell. He's
Why did you
another
put
one.
this guy on your death list?
Yeah, I mean, yeah, there's young guys that die.
This guy I could agree with.
Donald, do you know him? He played some kind of a person at 1600 Pennsylvania Avenue in a movie.
Yes, he was in the Murder at 1600. And what a movie! What a movie! But right, no, the guy who was Cohagen in Puerto Rico was the president. He was like the chief of staff or something. Howard Alder was the chief.
Correct.
Wesley Snipes solved the case. The bald guy didn't solve the case.
Don't you just love Wesley? If you could have him on your staff when you were president, would you?
I would have hired him. I would have hired Gary Busey for the FBI because he solved the ex-presidents were bank robbers in Point Break movie. And he was terrific. He was the only one that believed in that theory, and he got it right.
There you go.
She's dead. Oh, she's totally dead. She's totally dead.
Now this is really just a wish list.
Pencil neck Schiff. Pencil neck. Still pushing Russia.
Yeah.
Russia. No Russia. No collusion.
Now, why did you give me? You gave me some really strange pictures.
Keith
here.
Richards can't be killed by conventional weapons. By the way, it's going to take a nuclear weapon to kill Keith Richards.
That's Keith Richards and Mick Jagger.
Yep.
Mick,
Yep.
Good old Mick.
Good
Yeah,
old
and
Mick.
are they still
those
playing? They're
guys
still
been
playing,
around
these
forever.
guys, right?
They've been around forever. Those guys. I mean, they're like cockroaches.
God bless them, man. That's like I can't imagine. I don't know. I mean, I don't know how you could do it. My number one. I hate to say this because I'm a big fan, but my number one on the death list. He just had his 99th birthday, I believe.
Oh, Larry Storch.
Yeah. And,
Larry
I
Storch.
love Larry Storch. He's a comic. He's come to the Friars Club and done bits and does characters, and he's really wonderful. And he's at that precipice. He's at the
Does
hill.
he smell good? Because usually when you're 99, you don't smell that good.
I try not. Yeah, I hold my breath when I listen to jokes. I just sit in the back laughing like this.
Just gotta
you
go
guys-
over there.
Have you guys ever done a Terminator 2 series? You want to take a look at Horrible. This is 30 years. You look at the guy who played John Connor. He's huge.
I
Oh,
actually
that's
have him in
Edward
here
Furlong.
somewhere.
Yes, he's huge.
Let me see if
He
I
has to
have
go
him.
to the gymnasiums.
Donald,
Fantastic.
Donald, you really changed characters really
He
quick.
changed
there.
characters very quickly.
Oh, absolutely. I went from the president to the governor of California. Al Pacino, fantastic.
Uh,
Murder,
Oh,
She
who's
Wrote.
that? Angela Lansbury, Murder, She Wrote.
by the way, my number 2 list was Bob Barker.
Yeah, Bob, but he's still alive. He's 99, right? You said?
Yeah, 99. I think it was December. He just turned 99.
And he wants the dog spayed and neutered. Isn't it ironic? His name is Barker, and he wants the dog spayed and neutered. I find that very ironic.
Bob Barker, I really liked too. I always was a big fan of watching that show as a kid.
He had that big long mic like Gene Rayburn also, didn't he?
That's right. And I thought he was he just turned 99, but I thought he was 100. But I won because I was the closest without going over the age. So I definitely won when I
Just like The Price is Right. I love it. That's just like The Price.
Another person too, but this one passed away.
Erin Moran. Now I love her. Joni.
She's dead?
Yeah.
Sorry,
she died
Donald.
April
She's
22nd,
dead.
2017 at 56 years old, like this.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
He just changed character again.
That's really her?
Yeah, that's her.
Well, I can see why she died.
Yeah, well, she had I think she died of lung cancer. She smoked a lot. Too.
Oh,
She
my
did
God.
smoking. Yeah.
Joni loved Walter, man.
Yeah. Pretty
She
sad,
did.
right?
Man. She was
And speaking- Donald, you just mentioned that. There you go. That's the kid.
There he is.
That's the kid.
There he is. Yes, in the Terminator movie, I had to pick him up. Now I cannot pick him up. Get him on the motorcycle. He's too heavy. And all of
You
that.
have to do what I say, Gene Simmons.
Yeah, Gene. A lot of
Yeah,
plastic
he's
surgery.
getting a little kooky in his age. He just sold his place in California for like $23 million.
Wow. And this is the guy, was he the one guy that got laid more than anybody else in history? He had like the number count or something.
Yeah, he did. It was like 10,000 women that this guy slept with. And there's a story in the book called Kiss and Make Up that I have. And
A book
you know,
written by Gene Simmons, Walt?
it was written by Gene Simmons, yes.
I'd
but
rather have a
also-
book from all the women, the 10,000 women. I want to see that book. I mean, what would that, like people say, yeah, 2 minutes, he went soft and it was all over and he's rubbing my back. I mean, that's what
Yeah,
I
but
want to
he
see.
has a tongue. Yeah, it's all the
That's
way
right,
out
he
there.
had the big tongue, right.
But he there was this girl in I guess one of the sound studios, and she was very, very, very heavy. And
stutter?
and they couldn't and Paul Stanley could not find Gene Simmons, and he was looking all over for Gene Simmons, and he opened up a closet door, and Gene was in there doing that woman, the big heavy woman, yes. And Gene said when he turned around, he looked at Paul Stanley and he said, "Fat ladies need loving too."
Oh my God! And come on, Santo, we're comics. You never had a story like that.
No, I never had a story like that. Yeah.
The closest.
Yeah.
The closest I came to that was I saw a midget one time leave like a small cabinet. Never mind, come out of a closet. Oh, that's no way happened.
Yeah, that was a Gene Simmons story.
I only had one, and I've been doing comedy since '89. I've only had one groupie. She wrote me a letter, and she said, "I will do things for you that your wife will never do." I said, "You'll mow the lawn so I can sleep in on a Sunday. Come right over."
Actually, I'll give you that. I will tell you that back in the '80s, I was doing a gig in Brooklyn with Mike Morse, and after the show, and by the way, Morse at the time had long frizzy hair. And he's a rocker, and he looked like a 1970 rocker, and he was overweight, and he had long frizzy hair. And after the show, this girl came over to us, and my wife was with us at the time. She was my girlfriend at the time, but it was like late 80s, 90s. And the girl came over and asked if we could sign her breast with a marker. And I did. I think we did. And I remember thinking, wow, this is crazy. Like, you're just doing jokes. And that was like the closest to like having somebody really,
Please tell me your wife did it too.
No.
You signed it? No.
But
Morse, just so you know who Mike Morse is, Mike is the guy who makes the little cartoons for us. A brilliant caricature artist. So he does the caricatures for the show that you see in the beginning.
That's absolutely correct. As a matter of fact, that's the guy. I think I have his. No, I don't. I thought I had him here. Well, it's in the beginning of the show. It shows you who he is. But you don't get many stories like that as comics, though. Comics. They're always drinking and partying and go stupid things or whatever. But you're a musician. People throw themselves at you as musicians. As comedians, they're like, "Oh, you're so funny. Tell me another joke."
Find my breast.
It pisses me off too. I mean, the musicians have it so easy. One of my friends is in a band. He's like, I said, "How come you haven't been in one of my shows in a while?" He's like, "Oh, I want to hear the same jokes." I'm like, "How many times have I heard you sing that stupid song?" And he goes, "Songs are different, so I sing him jokes now."
You sing jokes. Hey, by the way, somebody's going. Here's a little message to you. I had John Santo. What about James Gandolfini?
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. Well, I'm dead, but I'm happy to come back. Oh, The Sopranos. It's a freaking 23 years. And The Sopranos was on the 10th.
That's
Well,
right.
1999.
I rewatched it again not a month ago, and I missed so much stuff in that. The first time around.
It's a
Eddie
good
Clark said,
freaking
"Hey,
show."
Donald, how did McConnell miss the list?"
How did McConnell? Who's that? Eddie Clark?
Yeah, Eddie Clark. Yeah.
Let's say hello to Eddie Clark and his two new little twin babies.
We heard he's got two.
Congratulations.
Congratulations. Right. Yeah. Great.
Eddie Clark with two little babies.
That's right.
That's not
By the
bad.
way, I hope Mitch McConnell makes the list. I really do. He screwed me, Mitch. He screwed me over, Mitch.
Let's just say Eddie Clark, and let's get back to Eddie Clark and his babies. When his babies are in kindergarten, Eddie's going to be 100.
Actually, Eddie, right now with babies, his wife's changing his diapers and the kids. Actually, I hope he's starting a college fund right away and double
College
compounding
fund's
that
gonna have
every month.
$13.40 each.
There you go. He's stuck at the Donald. Yeah, it's he's laughing. Good thing he's laughing. We're only kidding. We love Eddie. Eddie's a good. He's one of the good guys in the comedy business.
He is a good guy.
Been around a long time. We have to pray that he's going to work a lot. We have to pray that those cruise ships, the CDC says the cruise ships are perfect to go on. Go to work.
Every time I had a show with Eddie booked, it got canceled. I'd never met Eddie in person, and I had 2 shows with him, and they both got canceled. Yep.
See, look at Eddie said the college fund is already on. Oh, wow.
Good.
Who are you stealing from?
They're gonna have a Bitcoin each.
That's another thing too. That's kind of interesting too, because as comics now, people just coming back as of May when we opened up, things started just coming back, and the cruises didn't come back right away. And then as soon as they started opening them up, they were like people were getting. First they had the listeria problem, then they had COVID, then they had all of a sudden the closure of these things, and then now all of a sudden it's like, hey, it's all good to go, and then the CDC comes out and says, oh no, don't go on cruise ships. That's the worst. And yet they're like some of the cleanest places you could.
Yet you can go see a Penn State game with 80,000 people with no masks on.
Right. But you go on the cruise,
you're dead.
You're on the Isle of COVID.
Did
I even say that? We're going to take us off of YouTube for that because I said COVID.
Well, yeah, it's a good point. You say something bad about it. Watch this. Hydroxychloroquine.
Speaking of which, did you see the interview from on
Fauci and Rand Paul?
No, I saw that this morning. Did you see the other one of what's his name? The podcast, the comedian. I can't believe.
Oh, Joe Rogan.
Oh, Joe Rogan.
With the doctor on there.
Dr. Malone.
11 million views in 10 minutes. It was like unbelievable.
Dr. Malone. Yeah,
Dr. Robert Malone. Yeah, the guy who invented the mRNA. Yeah, that was interesting.
Really, if you haven't seen it, John, see it. It's a good.
No,
listen to it.
I did. I did a post about it. I'm like, how could they ban the guy who invented the mRNA that Twitter knows more than he does about medicine?
They don't care. It's their opinion.
1989, he patented mRNA. He started working on it, whatever he has. Like, he's been cited 12,000 times in 100 published articles, peer-reviewed, and they ban him.
Apparently, he knows all these people. He works with with Fauci and the CDC. He's with all these people. He's involved with them all these years. Apparently, and yet, like they banned the guy from Twitter, and they also banned him from the other platform, the one for.
Not Instagram.
Yeah, you know what I'm talking about. Yeah, the one where people go on business people.
LinkedIn.
Yeah, and then they put them back on, and then they took them back off. It's amazing that I don't know. We used to be able to sit here and say whatever we wanted because it's America, and now you can't. Crazy.
We have just become political.
Oh, you're right. I got to cut this off. I got to cut off my chin.
But we should do a show on the stuff we talk about off air. We should do that because I got a feeling we get a lot of people who would watch.
If we end up doing anything like that, we will be this.
She looks like the woman that would yell at you for not putting the cart back.
Get off my learned wife.
That's my quarter. I put the quarter in there and give me the change. That's it. Aldi does that. I did that at Aldi's the other day. I go up to Aldi's because it gets me my kombucha.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, by the way, you're not supposed to take that anally. It's supposed to be drinking from the front, not in the back. Oh man, I can't stand that kombucha stuff. I think that is.
I love it.
You like it?
Yeah, I like it.
Is it filled with sugar and joy and like what's in there?
I don't know what it is. It's tea, but you can't let it get warm. You let it get warm, it spoils.
Now I'm gonna change the name over because we were fond enough to have John come on the show, and I know we made his name different, but let's put his real name in there. So now we could change.
Oh yes.
John, you got a website?
I do, johnsantocomedian.com. And I just launched a page on YouTube with just like little pictures of all the skits that I do. I've got a couple up, different impressions. And you could go there. I'm up to 5 subscribers since I launched my YouTube channel.
Let's ask the people, we have 1,600 people watching. Let's ask at least, 10% of them to come in there.
At least, because I'm 95% behind my goal.
Supposed to
You know,
trying to get
I-
100.
we know how
We
hard
get
it
your
is.
100, so you get your own URL, right?
Bingo.
Yeah, we got 107. We don't
Yeah,
even
it's-
try anymore.
It's the Celebrity Impressionist channel, and I do little celebrity I do like a Sopranos Star Trek. I do Donald Trump as if he was in the $6 Million Man. I'm going to have a Donald Trump Star Trek one. I'm going to have a Tony Soprano president. There's all different kinds.
So you're doing Kirk on the old Kirk from Star Trek.
No, I'm gonna do Captain Trump. Kirk is a jerk. You had Kirstie. You're talking about Kirstie Alley. She told him in the Wrath of Khan, raise the shields, and Kirk's like, no, not gonna raise the shields. And then Khan attacked the Enterprise. All the people got killed. Very dumb. Very dumb.
Now,
The Enterprise is the best ship. The best ship. The biggest ship. The best ship.
Biggest ship in the galaxy.
That's right.
No ship that's bigger.
I love it. I love it. You don't do the original Captain Kirk though, right?
No, I'm doing different character. Like my whole act is different people in different situations. Like I do Tony Soprano as the president, Silvio Dante as the Secretary of Defense. I do Viagra spokespeople. I have Trump, Obama, Casey Kasem. I do all these different characters in different situations.
We could use you for Casey Kasem.
Hell,
Bob
Kasem.
Rumba.
You like Casey Kasem. I'm Casey Kasem.
We were doing that for a while. It was my name. What is it? Let's see.
My
I am
name-
Casey
yeah.
Kasem.
Well, my name is Casey Kasem.
And you guys have the #1 show in the land this week.
So
You
how
know
do
what
you
you should
decide
do? You
though,
should
on who you're gonna how do you decide? I mean, you pick up these voices naturally, or you pick up these voices, or you work on them towards them, or you have ones that you like immediately are able to like put into
Or ones
the,
that make you money.
well,
Yeah,
that's another thing.
It's I work on them if I can do them. I mean, I do every president since Reagan I've done. I can't do Biden yet, so I'm hoping the next president's a voice that I can do. Broke the streak. I wrote the bill. I can't. That's all I can do. It's hacky. But the other ones I do pretty well. I do Obama. I do Bush, both Bushes, Clinton, Reagan.
I find that
The
people are
Sopranos.
forgiving. You don't have to be 100%. People are forgiving as long as it's fun
Sure.
too, right?
It's funny.
Like my Steve, I do Steve Shrimp. I do Bobby Bacala from The Sopranos, and that's sort of like it wasn't good, but then I worked on it, and I got it where
I
I
actually
wanted.
am good friends with Steve. I know Steve for 100 years.
Oh, do you?
Yeah. Matter of fact, Steve used to book. The first time I met him, he used to book the Riviera in Vegas.
Riviera in Vegas.
And I went out and worked there to meet him, and we became friends at that point. And to this day, I mean, I wish him Merry Christmas. Say hello once in a while. He's great. He's
Does he
actually a
answer
really
you?
nice guy, really, and he deserves it too. He worked really hard towards it. He was just
Does he answer you?
Huh? Yeah, yeah. I
So
asked
why
him to
didn't
come
you
on a
ask him to come
couple
on
of
the show and
shows,
do
and
a
he was like
Sopranos
email
show?
me, and he was like busy, and then COVID happened, and all that.
Come on,
we
we'll
should-
get him on the
Do
show.
a Soprano show.
Do a Soprano show.
Actually, I worked at a lot of this. Matter of fact, tons of Soprano people. That was
Let's do it.
yeah.
What's
I
his?
was-
What's the guy? Johnny. Oh God, the New York guy.
He's a great actor. He actually owns a theater in the city, a small little
Well, who's
theater.
the guy? John? Who's the guy who played the New York boss and he died of cancer? at the end?
Johnny Sack. That's
Johnny Sack.
Yeah, I don't know him.
What's
I don't
his
know
name?
really. well.
Vincent with a P, I think.
Yeah,
Yeah. You know who? You know who knows him? Do you remember the girl? Oh, what was her name?
We're all sitting here wondering, forgetting things. This is like dementia.
I
city
know.
right now, isn't it?
The what you call it? The lady who
Johnny Sack.
I don't
who
know.
does
Third
the,
base.
oh my God! It's the older lady who does the. She books and she was a friend of yours and I was talking to
Sounds
her.
like
Is
oh
she a
my
friend
God.
of yours or a friend of
Remember
ours?
she used to watch the show. Who was the older lady that used to watch the show? And she was
the old lady
a
that
booking
watched the
agent.
show.
Our show.
I don't know, an old lady that
The
watched
old
the show?
lady who used to book what? She's a booking agent.
Oh, yeah.
You don't remember her, do you?
I know. I'm picturing it. She was I'm surprised she's not here.
Yeah, she befriended me on Facebook.
Did she really?
Yeah,
What'd you say?
it doesn't matter. You know what I said?
I don't know what you said.
I used to do a skit. If The Sopranos were on Facebook, it's not a defriending; it's a whacking.
Yes.
And it's like, hey, this guy hasn't liked our shit in years. Unfriend him. All right, Tom. I'll whack him.
What I want to know though is like, if I gave you a voice that you couldn't do, could you develop it, or you can't, or is it like?
I probably could. I mean,
So you're not limited. You're not limited. You could really just kind of grasp anything. And how do you create the hook in the head to hold on to bring you in?
Oh, that's a good question. It's sometimes it's easy, sometimes it's hard. Like the ones I've been doing a long time, it's easy, right? They like second nature. Like I could go through like change to 60 different impressions, but then some of them are hard. Like like Obama is tough to do, but I'll do Obama real quick. Thank you for having me on your show.
Wow,
This is a really, really good show.
That's it. Wow, I love people. I love people that are able to do this. I find it so fascinating because as a ventriloquist, I'm creating characters and you're creating voices, and when you could get the voice with a great character, it's great. But like I have a Trump dummy, and I was always doing it. I couldn't do it unless I like held my nose and I went like this. I went, you're a disaster. It's a disaster, I tell you. I felt I was pulling it off, but I can't do my act like this.
You know what I noticed about you, John? I saw John Peasy on Friday. That if I watch you doing the ventriloquism straight on, I can hear the characters. But I was watching you from the side where those stairs were, and I can hear you. Does that make sense?
No, it doesn't. I don't know what you're talking about. You were drinking heavily that night.
No, I didn't have a drink the entire night. But yes, I was hearing John Peasy, but on the other side, it was almost like it was coming out as a different voice. But I heard you on the side.
I don't know what you're talking about.
It's so funny. I think
like
from
the
the
old
side
lady.
I can hear your voice, but then it turns into something else over the mic.
I don't know. I would hope that when I'm doing a different voice, and I'm see when John is doing these voices right now, I could hear the hooks, the volume, the bass, the treble. I could hear how it's recreated. But when I'm doing a ventriloquist voice, I'm hoping that the character voice is totally different than mine, even though it has a piece of me in it because it's coming from me. But I'm hoping that it's independent in a sense. Like if I take out the old man Smiley and say, "Hey, buddy, what the hell are you?" Yeah, I know, putting him to sleep, just like we did that show on Saturday.
But the facial parts are fun too. Like when I do Silvio Dante, I have to hunch over. I gotta go like this.
But that's where it's giving. That's where it doesn't have to be that great as long as you get the mannerisms of him.
Get the mannerisms. He's always moving his eyes like this.
Did you guys know that Silvio Dante, or was it Van Zandt, was supposed to be? They wanted him to be soprano, and he said, "No, I do not want to take an acting gig away from an actor. Just no, thank you." And then they wrote in Silvio for him.
Didn't know that. No.
And they even said that in the show. There was a part where when Tony was in the hospital and his wife he was acting boss. He goes, there was a time where they were going to consider me, not Tony.
Yeah,
I never saw myself. I was considered number 2, advice, strategy, that kind of
thing.
Say
that. I remember.
So John Santo bat Trump.
I used to do Trump with the wig and the mask, and I'd be like, "These cities, the crime is out of control. We need somebody like Bat Trump." And I would have the cape and I did Bat Trump.
That's funny though, man.
Then I did Bat Como. I did Andrew Como as Batman. And I said, "I am not going to throw you off the roof. I want you to tell your friends about me. You need to wear a mask. You have to wear a mask."
Now, can you do characters that are like ethnic? Just never mind like a celebrity name. Like if you say, become an old lady, become a Jewish person, become, you know what I mean? Can you pull off those ethnics?
Yep. In fact, that's how I developed Michael Caine. I was doing like just a generic British person. I did it. It sort of morphed into Michael Caine a little bit, like this. And I said, I'm just going to go with Michael Caine because everybody loves me.
That's awesome. It's really great. Yeah, really great. That's awesome. Harry Potter, you could do. They're all English people.
I've never seen a Harry Potter movie or read any.
Me either.
Nothing.
Me either.
Yeah,
I got to tell you, this whole episode would have been a lot better had we seen John Santo.
I don't know what happened to my lights.
It's quite
so hard.
Hold on, I think I can fix it. I think I know what happened. I guess I was. Let me see.
That's what it is.
Is it better now?
There you go. It's getting better now.
Yeah, there you go.
Let me see. I turned my monitor up. I think because I had my computer on. I lowered the lighting because I had my computer on.
Well,
there
you go. The show, you look great.
Yeah.
I'm back.
I look great. We got to go.
Yeah, we do have to go. But John, so anyway, we definitely thank you for coming on here.
Yeah.
Thank you for having me.
That was fun.
Where do we see you? So where do we see you at? We go to johnsantocomedian.com.
JohnSantoComedian.com, and I'm gonna right now I don't have any shows up because I'm hoping they don't get canceled, but I'm gonna put them back up and hope for the best.
Put them on. Oh, I can't do that. That's the wrong sound. I'm in trouble. Yeah. Okay.
You are
And so-
rusty, bro.
Yeah, so you don't have any, but you list your shows on Facebook.com where you're going to be?
I put them on JohnSantoComedian.com, and my YouTube channel is there also. The link to that is right on the homepage.
Mhm.
So please check it out.
That'd be great. JohnSantocomedian.com. You can reach me at johnpeasy.com. You can reach Walt. Where can we reach you, Walt?
You could just call me on my cell phone.
That's where I am. I'm over there.
Nah, you can reach us on Cool Crap. Just, Cool Crap, or you on Facebook or whatever it is. But listen, get on YouTube, smash that button. Get on. We get more hits on BitChute.
Yeah.
So BitChute, increase those numbers because I don't really care about YouTube. I'm going to
I'll write
fight
that
this
down.
pretty soon.
Yeah, we've also thrown it up on Getter and all these other MeWe, and I'm on all of those. We're on all that stuff. Interestingly enough, we are getting more hits and every place else but YouTube.
Yeah,
Doesn't make any sense. Yeah.
yeah,
But
because
yeah, cool crap.
they know. They monitor my Facebook page.
Yeah, cool. All right. Well, thank you guys. This has been too much fun. And John Santo, I really appreciate coming on here. And
Yeah, that was fun,
You
John.
really
Thank
are
you.
really great. As a matter of fact,
Thank
I'm going
you.
to keep John Santo in mind for my entertainment company because I could imagine him doing. You should be on Cameo, right? Actually, you do
Yeah.
cameos.
I'm going to start doing cameos. Somebody told me about Cameo, and I'm going to do those. I'm going to do them with the picture of the celebrity, I think, and then kind of this way you'll have like a greeting or whatever. I've been doing
Well, I got
those
a
for
Biden and a
people.
Trump dummy. So if you ever need a Biden or a Trump and a Hillary, I got all three of those. If you ever need, you could do the voices. I'll do the movement of the character. And we can make the puppet say it with your voice. Even easier.
That would be fantastic.
Try to figure that out. Oh yeah. Right. Thank you
Stole
so much.
my
All right.
idea. Peasy, you stole my idea.
Okay.
This Friday, all I wanted to do is have a TikTok fight with Joe Biden.
I
Is
brought the
Joe
puppet.
Biden
I brought the puppet
and he-
Friday. He goes, bring Biden. I want to do something with Biden. I said, okay, I bring him. We're packing up. He's taking out the speakers. It's 0 degrees out. I had a broken toe. I'm moving equipment in and out of there. He goes, oh, I got to get out of here. I've been up since 6 o'clock in the morning, shoveling
Because I
snow.
was plowing snow that day.
I
But
don't
yes,
know.
I do want to do something with the Biden puppet where I think would be very fun.
Well, we have to do it quick. We have to do it very quick. So
Yes.
yes. Okay. Well, you guys have been way too much fun. Thank you so much, guys. Again, cool
Thanks,
crap
John.
with love.
Thanks,
Thank
John.
you for having me.
Yeah, you're a pleasure, John. And I do remember working. You're a very funny guy, and I wish you a lot of luck and
Stop
health.
lying to him. You don't remember him.
No,
Yeah, I do remember him now.
Why you gotta
I
do
didn't-
that?
I didn't recognize his
You
face.
barely
at first.
remember me from Friday.
I don't want to remember you from Friday.
Right, you got to lie to the guy. He's in the dark already.
Yeah, he's in the poor guy's in the dark.
I'm in my bunker. I love this bunker. It's the best bunker anybody's ever seen.
I know
the
I can
best-
get that voice. I got to get that voice. I got to get.
Isn't it great?
Yeah, I want. It's like 4 years ago. It's been a couple of years. I should have had it 4 years ago, and I'm like thinking now I got to get that voice. It's kind of crazy.
Yeah.
All right, guys. Well, thank you so much. You guys have been too much fun. We'll catch you next
All right,
time.
well,
Thank you,
we'll
John.
let you know when our next show is. When are we going next week, John? Can you do next week?
Probably, yeah. You can look at my schedule. We'll figure something out.
All right, take a look at your schedule. Thanks for
All right,
tuning in,
thanks, guys.
people.
Enjoy. I'm ending this broadcast
Thank you.
because we have only 1,200 people left.